Hey Acers, I don't know exactly how long this one's going to be, and I hope it's not too long for you today. I'm actually trying to edit last week's video to make it a little bit shorter, and add in maybe some pictures of what I'm talking about there. That seems pretty cool. But that said, let me welcome you to this week's Ace Role Playing Games Club. My name's Mason Emerson, and I am the founder and the sponsor in chief of the Ace Role Playing Games Clubs. And I'm hoping that you guys are getting things ready so that we can bring an Ace Role Playing Games Club to you. So that way you and your friends can have your own club. You can meet every week. You can move the story along. Hey, if the game store or wherever you're gaming is open for it, you can meet daily if you wanted to. But the point is, we get together and we tell a group story because we are a suicide prevention group for teens designed to help all of you find that life can be and is better. And that's part of what we do. We make a community that is designed to help you have something to look forward to on a weekly basis at the minimum. So that said, I am actually going to talk a little bit about kind of the things that have happened over this last couple of weeks. Last week, Saturday, I did get to the game store for Savage Saturday, and Pete came and ran a game in the morning. Thank you, Pete. And Jay came later on and ran a game that evening. But during the middle of the day when I was supposed to be running a game, nobody came. So I went out and talked to the people at the Board Game Bazaar, and I invited a lot of them to join me for not for the game per se, but to come and especially the ones that had teenagers, invited them to come join the club. Now, something else we're going to start doing and try and encourage to have as part of every Ace Role Playing Games Club is a grown-up table. And this grown-up table will allow any grown-up who comes in to the store to play. So they don't necessarily have to have a teen at the table to as an ante to buy in on the grown-up table. But what it does do is it allows for parents who might be former gamers or haven't gamed in a while or maybe are actively gaming to join up and play along at the same time. And we're going to try and have at least one other grown-up in the area who can help sponsor that. So we're going to be doing that with Jay, my good buddy. He's going to take over the grown-up table and probably run Weird Wars 2 or something like that. And I've talked on here before about a lot of the different settings that Savage Worlds has available for it. And I've also talked about how much Savage Worlds loves their contributors, loves their community. Shane Hensley and the blacks and everybody's so welcoming and so loving. I have never seen a toxic community here in the Savage Worlds community. I mean, there's a couple of people who they kind of pushed the boundaries of good taste, and they did say some things, and some people got offended, and some people left Savage Worlds because of it. But that's really more at a personal conflict level between them. With that said, I am going to talk about the setting that I've mentioned before on here, and I got to just run it this last week, and it was really fun. I don't have the paper here, but it is for Dustbunnies Life Under the Couch. Now, my friend, another one of the guys who's coming on as a sponsor, he's actually going to be on the board for the clubs because he's a licensed therapist, and so I want a therapist on the boards because on the board for this club system because it will make it so we can also be able to show to people outside who might be thinking of donating or things like that this is a healthy thing for you guys, it's a healthy thing for me, it's a healthy thing for all of us, and we're all going to make a better community. Add to that, we're building the Savage Worlds community here. This is going to be fun. And when you guys are all grown up and everything like that, you can continue to help grow this community and bring other people to Savage Worlds. And maybe other games as well. I'm not going to limit you to Savage Worlds. That's just the game system that I chose because it looks like the easiest one to have you guys learn and help run your own tables at the team nights. So, like I said, I ran Dustbunnies, Life Under the Couch. That is made by Doghouse Rules. And a shout out to Carl Kiesler and all his band there, his merry band of folks at Doghouse Rules. I definitely have been I've been so wowed by this cute little game. And my friend Zach asked me to come over and run a game for him and his wife Krista. And I, there was some chit chat, there was some talk, and everything like that. But we ended up being able to um, we ended up being able to still run the full adventure in 2 hours because they had kids going on, and we stopped and chit chatted along the way because incidentally, you don't want to be 100% game on all the time when you role play. You want to be able to take breaks and chit chat, talk about things you're interested in, because sometimes it's been a week since you've seen these people. Sometimes it's been a month. Sometimes it's been a year. Whatever it's been, talk it up. You're there as friends. You're there as a community. Share your experiences in life, because life is fun. Life's worth living. Well, once you're done with that, then get back into the game. And in this game, we covered the whole adventure that's in the core rulebook for it's a horror story to Dustbunnies called Cleaning Day. And Cleaning Day is it's a whole day where, first of all, the harbinger of the doom, known as the brush of doom or the broom, is coming. And you, as Dustbunnies, technically, and this is one place where I'm just like, I would have adjusted it different, and I have adjusted it different for the way I run it. But Dustbunnies are technically below a size -4. They're like a size -6, -8, if you have human as the 0 scale. However, one of the things I do is I slide my adjustment bar, and I make Dustbunnies so they are 0. And that makes a human like a 12. Or even a 20. So they are huge, absolutely huge, just too big, too big, too big. And I mean, like, you're looking at the sole of their shoe, and the sole of their shoe, if you're a Dustbunny this big, and the sole is this big, then proportionally that's like twice your height. So if I was 6 foot tall, that'd be a 12-foot tall sole of a shoe. And so you're like, wow. But just adjust the scale accordingly. Maybe the whole shoe is 12 feet tall, and if you're a slightly bigger Dustbunny, because your Dustbunnies are about maybe an inch tall, and so you use Dustbunnies as the standard of the scale. But anyway, you are going to, in this one, first of all, you're going to play a game because Dustbunnies love baubles and they love playing games, and they're just silly and they're cute, and that's one of the biggest reasons why I love Dustbunnies, and I love what I've played with it so far, is it is so stinking cute. I love how wholesome it is. Instead of a combat skill, you have defense, so you can roll defense, and that's how you can defend your other friends as they get away. But usually you're doing intimidation or taunt or persuasion or performance as tests against the things that are coming at you, and as support things to your fellow Dustbunnies. And so you're just using those more social skills to try and negotiate your way away from getting hurt. But if you do get hurt, the skill is hugs. And if I can get Midjourney to work with me, I'm going to try and version a picture of me as coming up to give a Dustbunny a hug, going ah. But hugs is the healing skill. If you get hurt, you get hugs. And if you are gifted, then that means you have one power, and your power is hugs. Or you can pick another power too. You don't have to pick that, but that's usually one of the ways people get hugs. Or 2, there's another arcane background of mind over matter, and that's using your mind. And of course, to Dustbunnies, it's all magic because you're only as smart as a Dustbunny can be. There's no super smart Dustbunny. And finally, you can also follow in the footsteps of the great old Dustbunny, Rube Oldberg. And this made things so cute when I was running it for Zach and Krista, because they were coming up with ideas. And when they did peanuts for the puppy, you had one who was rolling aces all over the place, and she was gathering all the peanuts together. And then the other guy, he was rolling aces too. Zach was rolling those and able to stack the pyramid. And that's when they dash back under the couch and they meet Ari the spider. And Ari the spider's a wolf spider, but he's got some broken legs because he just got attacked by the brush of doom. It was horrible. And so it was fun. Well, here's the funny part, though. My Cockney accent isn't great. I at one time might have had a decent one, but he's kind of got a Cockney accent. He's even written in the book as having kind of a Cockney accent. So you can't help but pronounce it like this. But when Ari is talking, Meh says, "I've got a hole right here. I need to fill this in," and he's like, "I need to fill this hole in that because Jerry the mouse gave it to me," and in Harry's character, I said, "I've got some thread I can give you," and talking about his spider thread, but Zach misheard me and misunderstood me playing in that character, and he thought I had said Fred. So because THs in a lot of Cockney accents or some in some other British accents sound like Fs. So I've got some Fred I can give you. And so that's where he's going to give him some Fred. And he's like, whatever Fred is, put it in there. So, that's the kind of cuteness and sweetness and wholesomeness that came out of this. And then they also went up against the dreaded vacuum. And they had to defeat that too. So this is what Dustbunnies is all about. And it was a lot of fun. And I highly recommend you pick up a copy of it. It's by, like I said, it's by Doghouse Rules. Same team that brought you Trailer Park Shark Attack, which I'll probably review a little bit after I do it at SaltCon. And this is an advance warning, not this weekend, but the weekend after. At SaltCon, I'm going to be doing Dustbunnies. I'm going to do their adventure Toilet Doomer. I'm going to do the Trailer Park Shark Attack, and finally, I'm going to do Movie Night from East Texas University. So, if you're in the Salt Lake area, or the Davis County area, or the Utah County area, and you're coming up, sign up for my table. It'll be a lot of fun. It's a blast to run Savage Worlds for you guys. It's really a blast to be able to run it together as a group and a team. And I'm so grateful that I've gotten this opportunity to do this with you guys. I love you. You're amazing. And no one else is like you. And I wouldn't want anyone else to be like you because you are amazing as you are. And life gets better. So I hope to see you at my table. Until next time, this is Mason with Ace Role Playing Games, signing off.